Hey guys, TheBlevins here with heroesofArtiFAQ.com, and I wanted to bring a video here for you today that was just kind of a culmination of a lot of the very frequently asked questions I've had on my stream while watching some of the PAX West coverage and just going over the general cards for Artifact. A lot of people asking a lot of the same questions, so I figured I'd address a lot of those questions here in this video and kind of give you an idea of how some of these mechanics work and how some of these other cards work. I know Artifact can be a lot at the beginning, so I figured I'd just compile a lot of answers here. One thing you can do before we start the video is hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment with any questions that you have that you want to see answered in a future video. I'm going to keep these up as long as people keep having questions. I figure I might as well keep on putting out videos and answer those questions. So make sure you ask any questions that you've got and sit back and enjoy this. I hope you do. And I'll see you at the end. All right, guys, this is another frequently asked question. It is about the keyword cleave, and cleave is a little bit it's a little bit okay, start over. cut. All right, starting cleave in 3, 2, 1. All right, here's another frequently asked question that is about the keyword cleave, and cleave is a little bit of a confusing ability. I want to kind of demonstrate how it is used and some of the different scenarios that it does and doesn't work, and how you think it might work. So let's just look at the scenario presented here with Lycan and Jamoy, as well as some creeps. So in this instance, we don't see the cleave icon here. However, the cleave icon will look much like this arrow, but it will have two little mini arrows next to this arrow. If you look up cleave, you'll be able to see exactly what that looks like. But in this case, let's pretend that our hero here, Lycan, has cleave. In this instance, right now, if Lycan had cleave, it would be hitting. Let's say Lycan has cleave +2, which is a common instance of cleave that we've seen so far. So in this case, if Lycan has cleave +2, we would see him attacking for his normal forward, which would do 4. Oh God. Which would do 4 to the Jamoy, and it would do 2 here to the creep. And it would notably not cleave to the tower, even though there's nothing there. It does not cleave that way. Now, so that makes sense. It attacks its normal target, and it cleaves to the target's neighbors. Now, where this can be a little bit confusing is, let's say that Lycan still has cleave, but for some reason the target of attack is now changed to this creep. So let's pretend that Lycan still has cleave +2, and it does his attack is changed over to this creep. The damage would now be 4 here to this creep, 2 to the Jamoy, and 2 to this creep. Even though this creep over here is not one of Lycan's enemy neighbors, that's not how cleave works. Cleave works where it does damage. Cleave is based on the attack's target. The attack target's neighbors. So this creep, who's the attack target in this scenario's neighbors, is taking the 2 cleave damage here, not even though this creep over here is not neighbor. Now, the last scenario that can be a little bit confusing with cleave is if the attack target is changed or is the tower. Cleave does just not proc when you are attacking a tower. So the damage would be 4 here, and then 0, 0, 0, 0. You do not proc cleave when you're attacking the tower. So I believe that is all of the scenarios here that we've seen come up for cleave. So let me know if you have any additional questions about cleave. right, guys, here's another frequently asked question. This is actually kind of 2 in 1. So people ask, how does creep and hero placement work, as well as what in the world are those arrows that we see at the beginning in the hero distribution phase? So let's walk through here and take a listen as to what's happening. So here we see right here, right off the bat, we see automatically at the beginning of the round, of every round with the exception of the very beginning of the game, we're going to see this hero distribution phase. It's right after the buy phase. So as you see, 2 creeps on each side, 2 radiant and 2 dire creeps are going to be spawned automatically into lanes. So or into one of up to 2 of the different lanes. So in this case, we see the dire has a melee creep spawning in lane 1 and lane 3, while Radiant has 2 creeps spawning in lane 1. We also see any heroes that are either being put into the game for the first time, and again, the hero distribution works on the first turn, 1 hero goes into each of the 3 lanes, and then on turn 2, another hero is placed in a lane that you choose, and on the 3rd turn, the 5th hero is played. You get to choose where they go. The first lane, or the first turn, they're placed into the 3 different lanes, and then on the subsequent turns, you get to place the hero in the lane that you choose. So we're going to see here, the players are going to choose where they want them to go. Looks like the Radiant is choosing to put their green hero into the 3rd lane, and the dire hero, the dire player, we'll see where they place their hero. Looks like they're placing it in the 1st lane. So here is where, so every turn you get to choose, every turn that a hero is coming into play, you get to choose which lane it is placed in. So now here is where a lot of the confusion happens, and where people ask, what in the world are those arrow cards? So these arrow cards right here are what I'm referring to. People have no idea what these arrow cards are, and that makes sense. So right now, the things you get to choose are what lane your hero goes into, and that's about it. The creeps their lanes are already going to be chosen, and these arrows we'll get to in a second. So once you choose what lane you want your hero to go to, you see this little phase happen here. So you see they all got kind of shuffled up and put in random spots, and we'll go to that. We'll go to that arrow really quick. They all get shuffled up and put in random spots. Okay. So we see this arrow here. First, the arrow has different chances to be different things. So it has a 50% chance to just be an arrow that goes straight, and that would mean that they attack straight ahead of them. It has a 25% chance to be an arrow that veers to the left, and a 25% chance to be an arrow that veers to the right. So in this scenario, this creep right here had a 75% chance to attack the tower here, because straight and left both lead to the tower, and a 25% chance to actually veer in and attack this creep. So as we saw before, there was only a left arrow, so we knew that it was going to be attacking the tower here. So we see the rest of everything get dealt out. This creep, or this left arrow is dealt here. It also could have, so Zeus could have theoretically been dealt here. And the left arrow would have been dealt here, which meant that the this creep would actually be attacking this creep instead of Zeus, but Zeus could have ended up here. But we saw that the distribution ended up like this. Nothing being distributed in the 2nd lane because nothing new is coming into the lane. And then in this last lane, we see the creep and Farvan. There was only one place that they could have went. So I hope that kind of answers how the hero distribution works, as well as the arrows. If you have any more questions, let me know, but I hope that introduced and explained the topic well enough for you. Another frequently asked question is the shopping phase. How does it work? What does it mean? What are we doing here in this shopping phase? I want to answer that question for you right now. So shopping phase happens at the end of each turn and is fueled, of course, by the gold that you get by killing creeps, which give you 1 gold base, or heroes, which give you 5 gold base. So the question here is, what in the world are these 3 stacks? How do they work? And what am I doing? So starting from the left, we have the secret shop, which is a random distribution of all of the consumable items in the game. As far as we know, this is subject to change, of course. We're not 100% confirmed, but our understanding as a community is all of the items in the game have a small chance of being of popping up here, and you can buy any of these items as long given that you have the appropriate amount of gold. If you had 100 gold, you could buy all these items. When you buy an item from either the secret shop or the consumable shop, you can only buy 1 item there, and then there's nothing else in those slots. So the secret shop, random non-consumable items. The second one here is your item deck. You build this before the game starts with the items that you want to put in it. Item decks consist of 9 cards. You put whatever 9 items you want in the deck. And when it shows you a random one each turn. When you buy it, it will go to the next card in your item deck. So if you had 100 gold, you could probably buy almost or just about every item in your deck, in your item deck, and do it all in one shopping phase. You can't buy every item in the secret shop because you can only buy 1 item at a time. Same goes for the consumables shop. It works similarly to the secret shop, except there are only 4 items that can be bought at the secret shop. There's the healing salve, which heals 6 to a unit. There's the town portal scroll, which will bring a hero back to the fountain. There's the I don't remember the name, but it allows you to draw a card. And then there's one that fully heals a unit. And they all cost various amounts of gold. So you can only buy 1 per shopping phase, and then it will reset again and give you another random one the next shopping phase, as well as the secret shop. So hope that kind of answers how the buying works. There's also one other little thing here, and that is the hold button. You can hold an item in the secret shop for the cost of 1 gold. So if you don't have the gold to buy this item yet, but you want to maybe buy it in a later turn, you pay 1 gold and it will show up the next shop phase. And I believe in order to keep holding it, you have to keep paying gold. So you only want to hold when you absolutely know that you're going to be able to buy it within the next turn or 2. And or else you're just going to be throwing away gold. So hope that answers your questions about the shop. Let me know if you have any others, and I will make an additional video if needed.
All right, that is going to conclude the frequently asked questions part 1 video here for heroesofartifact.com. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all that stuff for this video. Let me know what you thought, and also let me know any questions you have for the future videos. I want to answer the questions that you guys have, and any sort of things that you are unsure how they work. I want to be making sure that I answered those. But again, I am TheBlevins, guys. You can follow me on Twitch, where I do all of my live stream content, twitch.tv/TheBlevins. You can follow me on Twitter as well at @the_Blevins. But that is going to be it. Again, for heroesofartifact.com, I'm TheBlevins. We'll see you guys next time.